Peace, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel, MellowNeptuneWaters. My name is Marsha Nicole Wilson, and I invite you at this time to subscribe to my channel and also click on the notifications bell so that anytime I post readings, you are notified. You get to have first dibs on the readings, and you don't have to go find it. It's going to come to you. All right. Also, go ahead and follow me on social media. I'm on TikTok, and I'm also on Instagram at MellowNeptuneWaters. Let's go ahead and jump into deep breathing, and then I'll get into the reading. This reading is a general reading. It's a weekly reading for your sun, moon, and rising signs. So if one of them doesn't resonate, go check your other placements. We are reading for November 17th. I'm looking at my calendar. November 17th through November 23rd. Okay, but let's go ahead and start with some deep breathing. Sit up nice and comfortably. If you're driving, I would skip this part. Feel your body softening. Feel your eyebrows, your jaw, your tongue, your hips, your knees, your ankles, your fingers, your elbows, your shoulders, starting to soften and relax. We're going to do 3 deep inhales at your own pace. Feel free to pause or fast forward. Inhale through the nose, filling up the belly with warm, fresh air. And as you're exhaling, you're releasing old, held energy that no longer serves you. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Oh, yes, Lord. That felt good. All right, beautiful people, let us dive into your reading. Also, before we do, we are in Mercury's retrograde, aka micro braids. We're in the shadow period, so this is where you might start to see things shifting. Things might seemingly start to slow down. This is when this is an opportunity for us to be intentional about interactions, about conversations, about effective and efficient communication. I'm very pro Mercury retrograde. It requires me to be intentional and really vigilant and not paranoid, right? So, I mean, those are the practices we can take outside of retrograde. So there's that. And then we just had this beautiful full moon in Taurus. A lot of us have been activated in declaring the path that we require for ourselves. It is declaring the authenticity that we came to this earth to be and to operate in. And we at that place of like, by any means necessary. So congratulations to those of us who have made that decision and who are starting to take those leaps and seeing where it takes us. All right, beautiful people, let's jump into your reading. Peace, Gemini. This reading is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week of November 17th through November 23rd. I invite you to like this reading and to comment. It helps with the algorithm. Ooh, come on, Strength card. It helps with the algorithm and lets the world know, lets the others know that MellowNeptuneWaters exists. Also, remember to click the bell. Subscribe to my channel and click the bell so that you are the first to know when, oh, look at all these cards, when a new reading comes through. There's another one and another one. You have the Strength card and the Prince of Wands. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Yeah, you're, oh, there it is. I was like, it's right there. Is this the High Priestess? Yes, it is. There's a lot of energy in people's readings so far that is focused around knowing. That knowing, whether you know why you know it or not, you just know. And it's important for you to trust yourselves and this knowing. Gemini, you are the mind of the zodiac sign. You are the quirk. You are the different points. You are like all of the constellations in one. You are just a scattered universe of brilliance, and there's so many connections, so many points that you are. And this week, it feels very like you feeling yourself as you should. And yeah, a very huge trust in yourself. Look how she's sitting on the lion. And the lion is, they're embodying each other's energy. They're channeling each other's energy. There's a courage, there's an audacity, there's a fire in your stillness and in your action. But good, googly moogly in the action, honey. This feels like, especially when we mention stillness and action in the same sentence, your action is thoughtful. Your action is not reckless. Your action is very intentional and focused. And yeah, it's passion driven this week. Your action is passion driven. You might find that you get a lot of information from the other side. Ooh. You find that you get a lot of information from the other side, meaning the high priestess has access to this physical realm and the spiritual realm. She's able to reach behind the veil to pull information from all dimensions and to do something with it in this physical realm that we are active and living in. Definitely passion-driven week. This Four of Wands represents some commitment. It represents a celebration. And these two came out together, the Three of Disc. This could be you reconnecting with, especially with this high priestess, you reconnecting with a loved one who has passed away, you reconnecting with spirit guide and angel, connecting with a voice, your own higher self, your own wisdom, your own wise counsel. Fellowship. There's just, this week is just such a big celebration for you. And it lets you know that you are not alone and that you were never alone. You will be celebrated. You will celebrate yourself and you will acknowledge yourself. And also you will be celebrated. You will not be the only one celebrating you. Queen of Cups. This could represent a maternal figure. This could be maybe somebody you're reconnecting it with, tapping into, channeling, whether they are physically here on this earth still or not. This could be a reconnection. This week is very similar, kind of, to Taurus in that you're very assured and validated this week. Very clear. That's what I just got. You're very clear. You will, I believe, start to feel any confusion, anxiety, and frustrations lift with ease. It was a very thin veil anyways. It wasn't very heavy. It wasn't, you might have felt it, but your clarity and understanding were right there. And so it's just becoming even more evident this week. I just heard the word cherish. Oop, we got the Queen of Wands. Another wand. You're committed. There's a commitment coming this week. This could be with a lover that has these qualities, the Queen of Cup qualities, someone who's nurturing, someone who is sensual, someone who knows who they are and is incredibly intuitive and giving. This Queen of Wands could be you or another person that you're engaging with and or committing with. The Queen of Wands, honey, she She is sexuality. She is sensuality. She exudes confidence, much like the Strength card. This is the same energy. This is a very divine feminine energy, and this applies to any zodiac sign, any gender. It's just that the energy that is very strongly channeled in these cards is very strong and very feminine, divine feminine, and powerful. Let's look at the bottom of the card. 5 of Wands in reverse. The Devil card. The Hermit. The Death card. All right. So, and then this I see is all 6 of Wands. Prince of Swords. The World. I saw 6 of Wands. This week, I feel like you're connecting with your tribe. You are tapping into, I don't want to say siphon, because to siphon is to take. It depends. It can be to take from and to not replenish. It might not be an equal exchange, but there is some kind of connection that you have with your coven, with your crew, your tribe, your people. And it's in the face of adversity. It's in the face of having felt alone, having felt the wrath or the jealousy of other people who felt like you thought you was the ish and didn't like that because they thought that meant that they weren't good enough. They were projecting and have been projecting onto you. So you are coming out of that this week, Gemini. Congratulations. You are coming out of carrying the burden and the weight of other people's shit. It was never yours to carry in the first place. And along your way and along your path, you are bringing with you, or they're not bringing with you, they're traveling alongside you. Those who like you and those who love you. It's one thing to be loved, but to be liked. It's like you are constantly choosing each other. There's choice. This card just fell out. Power and intention. That's your week this week, Gemini. We said this has been threaded in your entire week, in your entire reading. This Prince of Wands said it with this intention, forging ahead. I think you're getting some great news with this Prince of Wands this week. A permission and validation to move forward, to go ahead. If this is a relationship, a romantic one, if this is a venture that you are beginning, if this is a collaboration of some sort, which it is, if it is an investment, it's a very prosperous one. It is a very prosperous week this week for you. You are setting ablaze. You are, I just feel it. I feel it everywhere. The sensation and the charge. This is a great week for you, Gemini. Yeah, keep trusting in yourself and believing in yourself. It's one thing to trust in God, in divine, in source, in spirit, in love, whatever you call them. It's another thing to trust in the universe. And it's another thing to trust in yourself. Because a lot of the time we're like, oh, but to God be the glory. And God says yes. And also there is celebration. It required you to be in alignment with your higher self. It required you to be, because God's not going to force us to do anything. It requires you to see what the gap is, or what the void is. It requires you to be in alignment with your desires and to activate. So you had many choices in this, Gemini. And it's important for you to acknowledge yourself as well. You are not doing spirit, you are not doing source a disservice from trying to disconnect yourself in the name of humility. You are made in God's image. And yes, it's important for you to be celebrated as well. There's so much joy. You have so many conspiring forces working in your favor. So what a week. Powerful week, a strong week, a very present week. And when it makes other people uncomfortable, then you know you're doing your work. Love you, Gemini.